Welcome to Bulldog Madness, a KREM 2 send-off. I'm Brenna Green. We feel as though the Gonzaga basketball team, specifically the seniors, didn't get the send-off they deserve. So tonight, we're celebrating them and also looking back on some of our favorite features of the season. First, we want to celebrate the best moments of both teams' years. The Gonzaga women's basketball team reached their highest AP poll ranking ever this season. They also held the nation's longest winning streak at a time. Without further ado, here's the team's top 5 moments. Number 5, Gonzaga throttled St. Mary's in the Kennel this season. How badly? Well, they ended the first half on a 31-4 run. They'd go on to win 74-49. They had balanced scoring as 4 players had double-digit performances. The defense was just as strong. Gonzaga held St. Mary's to just 25% shooting for the game. It was the team's most complete performance of the season. Number 4 was this surprise Jessie Loetta got from her sister on senior night. She was about to play her last game at home as a Zag and had no idea her sister Jamie was going to be there. And then the tears of happiness. Jamie is a guard at Arizona State. She came from Tempe to surprise Jessie. Both grew up in Moses Lake and played at Moses Lake High School, so it has a neat local tie as well. Number 3, the Zags were down by 20 points in a home game against Portland, but Jill Townsend went bonkers in the third quarter to lead the Zags back. She hit 3 3-pointers to spark the team. GU trailed by 6 going into the fourth. The Zags used one more push in the fourth quarter to get the win. Gonzaga allowed Portland just 4 points in the final quarter on 17% shooting. They finished the game on a 13-2 run and won 62-57. Number 2, Gonzaga played in an early non-conference road game against then third-ranked Stanford. Many thought Stanford would blow the Zags out of the water in this one. Nobody knew what the Bulldogs would look like against a top-tier opponent after losing so many key players. But the Zags took Stanford to overtime in a back-and-forth game. Townsend led the way with 18 points. The Zags ended up losing 76-70, but it was proof Gonzaga could hang with the top teams in the country yet again. Our number 1 moment, Okanagan native Jill Townsend being named West Coast Conference Player of the Year. She did this after suffering a season-ending injury last season, tearing ligaments in her knee in the conference tournament. Townsend came up clutch time and time again this season, hitting big shots and leading this team.
It's rewarding to me to see that I can go through something as hard or as that was and be able to bounce back and kind of pat yourself on the back for your adversity, being able to go over that. But it is what it is, and we are all moved on from it, and it's pretty good.
And what a season for the Gonzaga men. Not many people thought they could be a top 5 team again this year, and yet they didn't miss a beat. It was a season that produced a lot of great moments. Let's go through their top 5 moments now. Number 5, North Carolina comes to play in the Kennel. This game did not have the build-up many thought it would, as UNC came in unranked and without their best player. But nonetheless, the students showed up, the fans were excited, and one of the most notable brands in college basketball came to play in the Kennel. It was just one of many examples of how far this program has come over the past 2 decades and what's yet to come. Number 4, in February, Gonzaga handed rival St. Mary's its worst home loss since 2001. The Zags were absolutely automatic in the first half, shooting 74%. They were up by 25 at the break, and the Bulldogs rolled to a 30-point win. Number 3 comes just a hop, skipping away from Spokane. Gonzaga on the road against in-state rival Washington. AYAYI hit a dagger 3 to put this game away with 25 seconds to go. The Zags won 83-76 in thrilling fashion.
It was not a great night for me shooting-wise, but I felt really confident taking that shot. I feel like I worked on it, and bang.
Number 2, Gonzaga redeems itself in the West Coast Conference Tournament title game. Last season, the Zags lost to St. Mary's in this game, but this year, that was not going to happen. Drew Timme had a great moment in the first half, going on a personal run. Then there was Corey Kispert hitting a 3 where he talked to his hand afterwards. After losing in the WCC championship last year, the team was excited about getting redemption against the Gales.
Remember what happened last year, man. Like, we're not losing this thing again. And I've never beat St. Mary's 3 times in a year, and so doing that this year was special.
The number 1 moment is a no-brainer, senior night. This was a special night for Killian Tilly as he was honored before his final home game. Former Zag Rui Hachimura made a surprise appearance and had the place going crazy. Team manager Mac Graff, who was paralyzed 6 years ago from the waist down, walked under his own power. AYAYI hit a late 3 to seal a win over St. Mary's. The team then celebrated their 8th straight WCC regular season title. Like we said at the beginning of the show, we want to honor all of the seniors on this year's squad. We're going to do that before going to breaks throughout this show. We'll start with graduate transfer point guard Ryan Wooldridge. After the break, we'll have 2 of our favorite features from the men's team this season.
I mean, it's Gonzaga. If Gonzaga calls you, you listen.
First time to be on the court in front of the fans, and just the entire experience was amazing.
He's got some fire in there. He's a heck of a competitor. He's certainly not afraid. So he gives you everything he's got when he's out there on the floor.
They still keep letting him shoot. I hope that it doesn't change because he's like the best shooter in the country.
Like I said, when I first got here, it's almost like a dream. It's been a lot of fun from the start. Even when I was contemplating if my knee was going to be good or not, it's just been really fun and just having a great experience here, honestly. It's been a great experience, and I love the Kennel, I love Gonzaga basketball, I love everything about here.